Hey, this is Dave from COC Guitars, and you know Rosie. So we want to talk to you a little bit about Carnival of Chaos, how it started, why we do this, and what to expect this year. It started a couple of years ago in Lebanon. That was kind of our home base. And we hooked up with a great photographer, Reese, and Scott Church and his whole place there, and they were really good to us. Unfortunately, this past year, they stopped doing music, so we had to find another place to do it. So it was natural for us to come back to Lehigh Valley because this is where we live, this is where we grew up, this is where COC Guitars is. So this is what we decided to do. We started Carnival of Chaos because we wanted to spotlight unsigned bands. We wanted to spotlight new musicians, and it was a way for us to kind of do that and also incorporate small businesses, because that's what we are, and just community in general. I go and Rosie and I see a lot of the local bands around the area and things like that, and I always feel that there could be more involvement in community, and the bands could interact more. And I know there's always been this difference between the clubs and the bands and the promoters, and there's this kind of fighting tension back and forth, and it's ridiculous. The whole thing's ridiculous. So the bottom line that I see is 99% of the bands just want to play music. They do it because they love it. That's why we've always done it. It's because we loved it. It wasn't, I mean, if you make it big and you make money, great, but it's because you love it. So this is kind of why we started this, to highlight the bands. We got vendors involved because we wanted small businesses involved. We got the community involved because we want to give back to the community. We're at the age now where, look, we're never going to be rich. We're never going to be famous. We don't care about any of that. I don't care about making money off these shows. I've never made a dime off any of these shows. I lose money every time we do these. It takes 5 to 7 years for a business to make money. We're not there yet. No. So I work very hard at COC Guitars, Rosie and I both do, all year long, just to have a portion of the money it takes to put these shows together. Our budget this year is
We're over budget.
This year's show is going to be tremendous. It's grown so much bigger than we had expected. We knew having to move to a different venue was going to cost us money, and that's fine. But we didn't realize that we were going to triple in size, which is great, because it's really, if it works out half as well as I think, it's really going to be great. So that's kind of where we're at. That's kind of the history. That's why we started it. That's where we're going this year. To tell you a little bit about this year and what to expect. The place is awesome. I know a lot of you guys that sent us stuff have played at big arenas and all that, and to you guys, it's going to be nothing. To me, it's awesome. It's the biggest place we've ever put on a show. The ease of things, the load in, load out, the setup, all that is going to be so much easier this year. I do ask everybody to keep in mind, please, the respect for the venue, the respect for the people. We just want to have fun and everybody to get along. This is all out of my pocket. This is all my equipment, my personal equipment. So we just ask that everybody be respectful. So it's a very big place for us. It's about, I think we paced it out and it was about 60 foot by 90 foot. So for us, that's huge because we weren't in anywhere near that big before. Yeah. It's a bigger stage. We're bringing a PA that will easily handle it, so you don't have to worry about that. And it's very cool that we're able to do some things this year that we couldn't before. The bands will have their own merch section. All the band merch tables will be in one section. We're giving each band an 8-foot table, so you don't have to bring a table. It's going to be like a little merch department, which is really cool. So you guys get in, you set your merch up right away. I want your merch out right away because I want you to start making money. I want you to make money as much as you can, as quickly as you can, as long as you can. If you're not going to use an 8-foot table and there's another band not using it, we'll split the table up, whatever. But you each get an 8-foot table as far as I'm concerned. We provide that. We also are going to have, we take care of the bands. We're going to feed you guys. We're going to get pizzas. We're going to have some other stuff. We might bring some homemade stuff. I don't know exactly what we're doing yet, but we always take care of the bands. We're going to have plenty of water, have some sodas. Now, if you guys want alcoholic stuff, we are going to have a beer garden, and I believe we're having a hard liquor bar. We're not quite sure
Slushies.
yet. We're going to have slushies and slushies on non-alcoholic slushies for the kids.
Adult slushies.
But all that stuff,
also.
all that stuff goes into how we give back to the community, because all that has to be paid for, and that goes to the fire department. But we will take care of food and soda and water for the bands. We also have a couple little surprises for the stage. We have 2 big fans that we push on stage for you. One for the drummer, one for up front for the rest of the band. We have some other little things. We're bringing some lighting, not a tremendous amount of lighting, but enough for where we're at. So we're going to take care of you. The bands, every band gets what we call a little goodie bag. And this is, if you pick any of the bands from the last COCs and send them something on social media, send them a message and ask them what they thought about COC and see what they say. I won't tell you who to contact. I won't tell you what to ask them. Ask them whatever you want. I don't care. I guarantee you're going to get good results, because we have never heard bad feedback from a band. We go above and beyond to treat the bands like family, because that's what we feel you are. When you're on that stage, you are the most important thing in that building. You are the rock star, and that's the way we treat you. When you're off that stage, you are our family. I'm old, so you are either my kids, or you are my brother, or you are whatever you relate to me,
cousin.
your family. So that's the way you get treated. Like I said, I'm not a club owner. I'm not going to treat you like dirt. I don't expect a million things from you other than to be a decent human being. So, that being said, I will turn it over to Rosie, let her tell you about the vendors, what they get, and all that good stuff, and the food trucks and the food area. And I think that'll cover it.
All right. Just to quickly summarize vendors, we are capping it at 10 spots. Each spot will have one 8-foot table and 2 chairs. And your vendor fee of $20 includes your table, 2 chairs, and 2 admissions for free. Well, not for free, included in the for the day's admission. There will be food trucks, and there will be a section that you can eat outside or inside. Tables, chairs set out. We're hoping that it will be a good time for everybody.
Hoping on good weather.
Hoping on good weather.
If we have good weather, we're hoping to maybe have some outdoor games, cornhole, things like that. It's going to be a long day. There's going to be, I'm sure there's going to be some bands that you may not be as interested in because it's not your type of thing. So you go outside, get something from the food truck, play some games, whatever, and then come back in. My goal is to keep people inside in front of the bands that are playing for as much time as possible, because the bands, that's why we're here. That's why everything else is there, is because the bands are there.
And bands, please, we're counting on you to promote yourselves and to have all of your fans come to not only support you, but to support the other bands as well.
And I will ask, and we'll get more into it as we go further, but we do a lot of promotion. We had a band that dropped out in one of the past ones, and I understand it happens, but if there's a chance you're not going to make it, please tell me before we go any further with this, because we do banners and posters and decals, and a good amount of what we do has your band logo on it. Our banner has your logo on it.
We're promoting you.
Yeah, we spend a good amount of money on stuff that will have your band logo on it. And what happened in the past year was we had all this done, hundreds of dollars into stuff with band logo that I couldn't use, and had to trash it and start over. I don't want to have to do that again, because there's no way I make any of that back. I don't make it back anyway, but there's no way I make any of that back. That was wasted money.
Yeah.
So please, I'm begging you, if there's any possibility, I would rather say, okay, we'll find somebody else. Come back to us next year. There's always next year. So we are going to promote the crap out of COC3. We're going to promote the crap out of your band. We are very excited about every band that we've gotten this year. It's very hard to choose. Those that we don't choose, I beg you to submit again next year, because I can't stress enough how, if I could put every one of you on here, I would, because I have not gotten one band that I went, I don't think that's for us.
No.
Everybody has been good.
Everyone.
In the past, we've gotten a band here or there that were just like, I don't know what they were thinking. Or
that's not the case this year.
No,
and we have 2
is
pages of band names that we have to get to our anonymous judges, because it's not up to us.
Yeah, we narrow it down. And look, ultimately, once we get the final listing, if there's something I don't like, I change it because it's my show. But let's be honest. But realistically, we try to keep out of it as much as possible, because I don't want to be called for favoritism or anything like that, with the exception of the headliner, because I always pick the headliner. That's my one stipulation. So that's about it. I think that gives you a good background on what we do and how we do it. Like I said before, we go above and beyond, because it is not a paying show for you guys, and I apologize all over for that, because we just can't do it. When the time comes that we can do it, it will be.
Oh, it will be.
Because I don't care about Chaos Guitars making any money. My thing with that is my name gets out there. My customers and clients are already here. And if you could see the stuff waiting in my shop to be done, there's a lot. I have a lot of clients. I'm hoping they'll show up. So to me, to keep my name out there is all I really care about. I don't need to make any money off this. When we hit that point, which there'll be an announcement, I think, at this one about a 2-year plan. And when that 2-year plan hits, hopefully, if it keeps going the way it's been going, this could be big and we could really have something here. And of course, we're gonna have, once we're able to start paying, you're all coming back, because I feel I owe every one of you. So that's the plan. That's where we're at. Thank you guys for everything. Thank you for sending your stuff in. Thank you for even considering.
Yeah.
Because I know, like I said, 30 years of being a musician, I know what it's like to be on the road and to be having to lug all your crap around and do all this for nothing. So I can't thank you enough. So enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right.